Alright, we're recording. Yes. What's up, everybody? Mohan13 here, and today we work part 3. Yeah, no, part 3. Or is it 4? No, I'm pretty sure 3. This is part 3. I'm pretty sure. I'll look. Part 3 of what if Deku was Sonic. I mean, I really don't know what to explain for this one. Let's get on with the video. Alright, so where we last ended our story off was with, the start of the battle rounds of the sports festival. Now then, I'd say things would go relatively normal for the first round of Izuku versus Shinso, since I feel like even with Sonic, Izuku's personality being mixed with Sonic's, he still wouldn't like people bad-mouthing his friends, which would lead to him getting captured, is where he would have the first experience with the ghost of One For All. And with that, breaking his finger, the next thing people see is Shinso being launched into a wall, with Izuku having his patent electricity around him. After getting, his finger fixed up, we go on to the next round, where things go mostly similar, really. Shoto still gets pissed off at his dear old man, and, ice. I don't know what you want to give me on this one. Things go relatively normal here, since not everyone has different powers. Say, Dinky versus Plant Girl, he still gets his ass kicked. Kirishima versus Tetsu. Look, man, Kirishima is Knuckles in this universe. I don't know what you want me to say or do. Like, Tetsu could put up a fight against the Kirishima with not only his normal quirk, but with Knuckles' powers and having an additional boost of chaos energy. I'm sorry, he gets knocked the fuck out. But, finally we get out to the dear old Katsuki and, Baraka. Again, I mean, it's a little more fair, yes, it's a little more fair of this fight, it doesn't really do or change much. Look, man, we could love Amy all we want. I especially do. But if you legit think she could beat Shadow, we gonna need to have, a serious talk. Straight up. It doesn't help that Shadow in this universe has extra explosions, and he has unknown doom powers that are slowly coming. So, yeah, I don't know what you want from me on this one. But, yeah, with that being said, we finally get to one of the main fights. Izuku versus Shoto. Before they go, which a couple minutes before, Shoto asks Izuku if he's all my secret love child. Same thing as in original. Except, Izuku doesn't really lie here. He says that he's not his secret love child, but he is his stepdad. With Shoto being slightly surprised by this, but otherwise, he got his answer. Realizing to himself that he beats Izuku, then, he'll be able to prove it to his own man that he doesn't need his power to be the best. And so this fight starts off with Izuku not really needing to break the ice as he dodges and sends off air shocks, and actually just using his powers. Except here's the thing: this isn't a one-sided ass whooping, because Shoto has chaos powers too, boosting his strength, speed, and agility. Meaning that Izuku just doesn't bring him down with one hit each time he hits him. Shoto's durable enough to survive. As after Izuku's speed blitzes, basically roundhouse kicks Shoto right into the middle of his side, sending him flying back a bit. He shoots off particles of ice that Izuku barely dodges, but when they hit the ground, they instantly freeze a small area. With Izuku realizing that this might be a problem as he activates One For All breathe. As he activates One For All above his already powers, basically rushing Shoto even more before summon. With Shoto barely being able to dodge as Izuku basically destroys a piece of the ring with his hands. Although Shoto was able to shoot off a block of ice, which Izuku has no choice but to turn his finger around and flick the ice, destroying it. He doesn't break his finger per se, but he does strain it, with Izuku asking Shoto why isn't he using his fire, before rushing at him and basically spin kicking him. Which this goes on for a little bit, with eventually Izuku scouting at Shoto that it's his power, not his father's. Hell, his father doesn't even have chaos energy. Look at him. Which allows Shoto to finally calm down and use his fire as he uses Flash Fire Fish at Izuku, while Izuku ends up doing a spin dash in the air powered by One For All to boost his momentum. And Izuku actually goes completely out here, using his blue little electricity boost form, while along with 100% of One For All in his right arm. As when they clash, and even with the Cementhal's putting up a barrier, it still causes a massive explosion, which, once revealed, the smoke reveals Izuku standing proud, while Shoto is in the wall, defeated. With Izuku having his arm broken, but that's about it. As well, he looks at Shoto and thinks to himself that he's kind of happy that he managed to get through to him. As he walks up to him and grabs him and, takes him to the infirmary. Basically taking him with him. Now, with that, we have Kirishima versus Bakugo. Or Knuckles and Shadow. Now then, this fight starts off with the gate with Kirishima rushing Katsuki and basically destroying a good part of the ring. With Katsuki using his hover boots, since yes, he has those here. Before reeling his hand back and shooting out a couple of chaos spears from the air to send Kiri back, which he does, only to be met with a spin dash that sends Kiri back even more. He has him on he's basically pushing him back, but he's able to strength through it before punching Katsuki in the face. With Katsuki landing and telling Kiri that he's always enjoyed fighting him out of the most when they were kids. And now he can do it no hold bars. As his red electricity starts popping up with Kiri's yellow, purple. Which, just a little side note, I kind of wish that Knuckles in the movies had purple electricity. I feel like it would have been better with his whole motif, as it wouldn't clash with shadows like red. Since, they both be able to have different colors with Shadow keeping red. But that's just my opinion. But let's get back on with it. As Kiri starts throwing out multiple different punches with Katsuki dodging, jumping up and smacking with his explosions in the back. The two rushing at each other, raising their hands back and causing a massive dust cloud to pop up from the force of their punches. And Katsuki realizes that he really does want to fight Izuku, and so, as he untightens his inhibitors just a bit, not fully coming them off, but just enough love power to where in the smoke he's able to quickly send Kirishima out and re-put them back and completely twist them back on. And, from the perspective of the people, from the giant smoke cloud, the person to come out flying is Kirishima in the wall, landing into a wall, with Katsuki standing there with his arms crossed and his eyes closed. Well, a lot of people wondering what happened. As, something happened for all of them that wasn't in their eyes. I.e., Katsuki in Chaos Control. He does have an emerald on them, mind you. So, yeah. So that, plus with Chaos Control, lets him be able to knock Kirishima out the, smoke cloud. And with that, let's get on to our final round. Zuka Midoriya versus Katsuki Bakugo. Now then, this fight starts with them immediately rushing at each other and basically throwing punches and kicks. Just all-time high with Izuku, for one, using a spin dash in the air before homing attacking Katsuki basically with a drop kick. With Katsuki blocking before grabbing his foot and throwing him back, as the two end up landing on opposite side of the ring. Izuku then comments that he kind of wished they had more of a space to run as it would make it a lot more funner, but he'll guess this have to do. As his blue electricity starts popping up. But Katsuki agreeing, before they start clashing again. Now then, for the people in the stadium, what they see is a red and blue Verge. It's kind of clashing at each other. For the ones that can't even somewhat predict how fast they're moving right now, as well, they see blue and red clashing against each other, just blah blah blah, just all around the ring. While to Izuku and Katsuki, they're just in straight up hand-to-hand combat, with them each countering each other's moves. Izuku throwing a punch, Katsuki blocking and kicking, Izuku dodging and sending his own kick. Basically, it's just a constant battle that eventually ends with the two far away from each other. With Izuku telling Katsuki that he wants to end this in one big move, as he starts activating One for All and starts charging 100% to his body. With Katsuki saying he couldn't agree more, as he starts stripping off his bracelets, with President Mike commenting on this, saying it seems like Katsuki Bakugo is taking off his inhibitor rings. As for the people that don't know, they're confused until they see both of the rings drop and a literal skyward of energy bursting through the air. With President Mike commenting on the fact that because of the fact that Katsuki Bakugo is, basically pure chaos energy, it's basically pure chaos energy, it's taking a bit for he has to wear those rings that inhibit his power, created by his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik. With him saying, hold on. With him saying that this is usually dangerous for Katsuki, but it seems like him and Zuko are going for one all-out attack. As with this, Zuko starts going into his little extended full power mode with his electricity sparking, his eyes turning blue, along with him using One for All at 100%. With this, Katsuki starts flying in the air using his hover shoes before putting his arms behind him. As he starts basically running down Izuku, using his tornadoes, his explosions create a chaos hammers and impact. He streams out with Izuku screaming Delaware Detroit Smash, using a spin dash to boost up to where Katsuki is. As the two come into each other at the air before clashing, leading to a giant ball of this straight up pure chaos energy surrounding the area before detonating, sending some of the people in the stands back. But as it's revealed, it's shown that the both boys are hurt but still awake, with Katsuki breathing heavily before eventually passing out, followed by Izuku passing out immediately after him. And with this, they say that Izuku Midoriya is the winner of the sports festival. As well, they go down and start collecting the boys. They clip Katsuki's inhibitor rings back on him, along with taking the two to the infirmary, where Izuku wakes up and he has a new scar on his hand. The same scar he has as his original. And with this, things proceed on for the timeline like normal. Tenya's brother is attacked by the murder hobo that is Stain, which Izuku, hearing about this, he goes up to him and asks him if they're alright, with Katsuki falling behind him as well. Again, he is the Tails of this universe, so him and Izuku are close as brothers. Just asking Tenya if he's alright. Also, yes, the ones that have the chaos powers and known each other for long use their first names with each other. So they all call each other their first names. And some of them even called Katsuki Kachan, like Izuku does. As well, they're all just that close with... Let's just say they met... Also, I'm going to have to alter the first part of it and retcon something. They've known Tenya for a year or two now, and they call him by, his first name, and they also know his brother. Since, again, reason I didn't have it in the first part is because I just didn't come to the conclusion of who all the characters would be, or who powers they would have. So yeah, with that, yeah. So yeah, just basically asking Tina if he's all right. With him saying he's fine and saying they should get to class. With Izuku and Katsuki looking at each other, worried about him, but running after him nonetheless, getting to class, where they go over their internships, along with names. Now then, everyone has the same names except for except for some of our Chaos characters. Izuku, again. All right, so name changes. Izuku is Sonic. Katsuki's hero name is Shadow. Here is the Dynamite hero Shadow. Ida's name still Ingenium. Kirishima's name, however, is Knuckles. So yeah, Mina is still Acid Queen. Actually no, the Acid Hero Rouge. There we go. So yeah, a lot of their nicknames are just their straight hero names. The only ones being Rocket is still Ravity. Ida is still Ingenium instead of Tails. Here. Shoto is still Shoto. Which, after some reconsideration from some of his... Shoto is still Shoto here. Alright. Now then, Izuku still goes off to Old Man Torino for two reasons. One is that he knows the old man personally, just like to catch up with him. Two, he knows that Hosu City was the last place Stain was spotted. And knowing that Ida went with Menio, well, he has a hunch. Katsuki still goes with Best Genius, but he can teleport, so if shit hits the fan, he can just find Ida really fast and quick. And so there, Izuku ends up meeting Old Man Torino, with him telling the old man exactly what's up, since, he doesn't need help controlling One For All here. He's already had it for damn near half of 10 months he's had it for damn near 10 months, so even longer than Ken and Izuku. He can now use 20% of One For All, which puts him above nearly everyone in the class. But yeah. But there's one thing that he wants Torino's intuition about, is that he wants to see if he can find any books about the Chaos Emeralds here in Host City, as he read from one of the books about where they are. And so this is really what Izuku's internship is mainly about. Gathering more information about exactly what happened. Why did the Chaos Emeralds react that way? What would happen if all 7 are collected? Again, they have 5. Eggman has 2. So yeah, they know where all of them are. They just don't know exactly where. Which they do find a book and purchase it from the library. Since, Izuku has All Might's money. Izuku has some of All Might's credit cards, and that man is most definitely rich. So, yeah. Doesn't take that hard to be able to buy a book from a library. Especially with another pro hero behind him, purposely letting his fun go through even more. So, yeah. They buy it, along with starting to read it, as this also leads Zuko to send some of the pages to Shoto. Basically, for some of the people in Class 1A, while Class 1A has a group chat of sorts, the people that have Chaos Energy in Class 1A has a group chat. Basically, it's so they could talk about what's like being like them, along with if they find anything about... Since, this would still be a really weird occurrence that happened all these years ago. It would still be present, especially if people couldn't find out what happened. So yeah, Izuku ends up sending some of the information that he got from this book about, the Chaos Emeralds, and about... Now then, if you're wondering what Izuku found, he found that basically if all 7 are collected, unimaginable power will be attained. Along with the fact that this could lead to bad things in the wrong hands. So basically, I have everyone in this group, which Shoto is now a part of, as he's starting to light it up, that, we gotta get the 2 extra Chaos Emeralds from Eggman and hopefully put them away. So yeah, with that being said, things go on like normal. Where Geralt either finds the murder hobo that is trying to kill Manuel and gets paralyzed. Well, when the Hosu City attack happens, Izuku almost immediately goes looking for Tenya. I don't know why I blinked on his name for a little bit. With Izuku eventually finding and kicking Stain away. With him also pulling out his phone and just sending his location, which, after striking up a conversation, basically, he pulls out his phone and texts it and tells Katsuki to grab Shoto and get here. And while having a conversation, a green flash occurs as who's revealed there is Katsuki and Shoto. Look, man, I don't really know what you want from me. He doesn't have chaos powers here. Hell, he almost got taken down by late season 2 Deku. Like what? Early season 3 Deku? Yeah, no, like late season 2 Deku. That's what it was. Yeah, no. So imagine a Izuku here who has 20% of One for All instead of 5, has Sonic's powers along with being boosted by, again, Sonic's powers along with everyone in this room. Hell, the only reason he got Tenya is because of the fact that he was a little unhinged about what happened to his brother. That's it. Like, legit. Stain gets taken down effectively and quickly, especially with someone that can teleport, a man that has fire and ice, and the person that's faster than sound. Well, I mean, 2 people faster than sound, but again, teleportation. So yeah, Stain gets sent into a wall in less than a couple of minutes. With him, Izuku telling Stain why. Before Stain goes unconscious, he asks Izuku why he's here, with him telling him that a hero is a person that helps when he doesn't have to. And, well, with that, he knocks Stain out, with Ida getting up, not paralyzed anymore. With him looking at Ida, telling him that he could have at least told him he would have went on a murder mission he would have came with while smacking him upside the head. With Tenya apologizing to his friends as they grab Manuel and see the city on fire. With Izuku and Katsuki looking at each other before basically zooming around everywhere. Since they know how to kill Nobles now, if they have their head exposed, just take it out with a spin dash. Powerful enough spin dash to the brain would kill him immediately. So yeah, the no moves around Hotu City are taken out relatively quick. And with that, I'm gonna have to end this part off.